I was more surprised that the police hadn't been called. I got up from my bed and walked over to the window. I had a clear view of Ian, his long masculine fingers scrunching his messy black hair as he sat in front of the door, his head swung and staring at the floor. "Mia," he yelled once more. "Would you shut up? It's 4 in the fucking morning." My other neighbor had now joined my love quarrel. She stood on her doorstep, pulling her dressing gown tightly around her small waist for extra warmth. I didn't know her name, as I had kept my safe distance from her and her drug-taking male friends that walked in and out of her house daily. "Where's Mia?" Ian shot up and pointed to the door. "Who?" "Oh, the mother and daughter that moved out," she mumbled through her drowsiness. I was just thankful that she was too drugged up to notice that I had only moved next door. "What?" he growled. Next thing, the door cracked against the cement block wall of my old house and I knew that Ian had forced his way in. After a full minute of silence, I heard Ian yell from inside, "Where is she? I don't know where she is." My neighbor shouted angrier than before. The door slammed shut and sudden nausea overwhelmed me as I waited for what Ian was going to do next. After several minutes of silence, Ian made a call, then jumped into his car and drove off down the road. I finally fell asleep at 5 in the morning and purposely overslept, remembering that it was now Sunday. Wow, the week had gone so quickly. Knowing that last weekend I had the undoubtable terror of meeting Richard Marsh, last weekend I had everything. No, I have nothing. Buzz buzz. My phone rang and rang non-stop, and no matter how many times I ignored it, it just kept ringing. I moaned and I lifted my arm in search for it on the table next to my bed, feeling around for the familiar object. When I finally found it, I brought the flashing screen to my face, slowly lifting my eyelids as they adjusted to the sudden light. An unknown number. I don't know whether I should risk it, but then again, if it was Ian, his stupidly cute face would pop up. Thinking back to Ian brought coldness to my broken heart. He doesn't deserve me. I kept telling myself the only thing that could help, even if it didn't help much. Hello, I kept my voice low. "Ah, finally I've got you, Miss Owens." I shuddered as the Richard spoke, a voice I thought no, wished I would never had to hear again. "What do you want? And how did you get this number?" I snapped. Was nothing kept private anymore? Now, Mia, nothing can be kept from me. His arrogance unconsciously made me roll my eyes. "And may I just applaud you for your Oscar-winning performance from last night." "What? How?" "Well, I wasn't going to leave Ian alone, not after finding out what type of girl he brings home, so I installed cameras, and may I just say bravo. The motherfucker. Is everything he says about me an insult?" "No, listen here, you prick." Richard cut me off before I could finish my rant, something I had wanted to say to him ever since I met him. "Therefore, I will now leave you and your family alone." He hung up before I could reply. I guess you can say order is restored. But why do I still have this sick feeling in my stomach? I don't think I could ever love another man. I will always love Ian, but he needs to move on, to find a rich woman that his father approves of. The thought brought hot tears again to my eyes, burning my cheeks as they fell. I laid my head back down on my pillows, allowing them to absorb the tears as I curled into a ball. Could I really say goodbye to Ian? I had cried myself to sleep last night and slept in once more. I wasn't going into school today. The wound was too fresh. I fished out my phone from under my covers to call Sam. I was actually quite proud that she hadn't told Ian where I was, because if she had, he would have banged down my door. "Hey," Sam kept quiet. I know she didn't approve my actions. "Hi, how was school?" I didn't want to ask, but I needed to know when he's moved on, then maybe I could too. Ian was crazy. He was kicked out of maths when you didn't show up to lesson because he smashed and threw a few tables and chairs. I told him that you couldn't be with a man who puts money before you and that you had moved away with your mom. Thanks, Sam, and I am sorry for bringing you into this. You know I would do anything for you, Mia, but this is killing Ian. He's losing it. You need to end it with him properly. When will you be back in school? I know I have to, and I'll be back tomorrow. The principal called because I have a poor attendance. I'll see you then. Okay, bye. I hung up the phone and began to strip off my clothes for a relaxing shower, trying to wash away some of the tears that seemed to never end. I was not looking forward to tomorrow. Chapter 26. Back to school. I finally got to school. I declined Sam's offer for a ride. I wanted to take my time to think things over and get my head straight before I meet Ian. What was I even going to say to him? I was a few minutes late because I kept stopping a few times and considered turning back, but I couldn't run away. Ian needed an explanation. Even if it was going to be a lie, he needed to move on. The school halls were dead as the lessons were already in session. Great, now I am going to have to walk in and all eyes will be on me. Ian's eyes. It scared me to think what mood he'll be in. If he would make a scene in front of everyone, if he would just walk out, or if he won't let me walk out. If we are alone, by tonight he would have convinced me to get back with him and my mother will pay the price. I shut my eyes momentarily to fight the tears. Stay strong for Mum. My subconscious said, giving me the strength to carry on. I reached for the handle to maths. My hands were beginning to sweat, my mouth dry and butterflies in my stomach. I don't want to this. Do it, do it. Do it, my mind told me over and over again for encouragement. And I used all my little strength left to turn the handle and slowly open the door to reveal the classroom. Just like all eyes were glued to me, following my every move. It's no surprise that our breakup would be the talk of school, seeing as all of the school witnessed it. I lifted my head and slowly the classroom filled my sight, every gaze meeting mine, except one. Ian wasn't here. I exhaled the air I unconsciously held and relaxed. At least I wouldn't have to sit next to him uncomfortably for an hour. But where is he? ****. Today was very strange. I went through college and it was as if nothing had happened. Other than all the staring, rumors and gossiping, it was like any other day. It was Tuesday, so I had football practice. Finally I can use this to let out all the anger and frustration I had been feeling the past week after thinking about Richard. Oh, how I would love to punch him so hard in the face. Come Mia, we'll have our payback. Someday, Sam, I shouted and waved as I ran over to Sam sitting in on the bench at the side of the boys' football practice, with Aaron. I guess things between those two are getting serious. They are perfect for each other, the way he holds her close in his arms, protecting her, how I miss and envy that. A sharp pain shot through my chest and tears stung my eyes, threatening to fall. Pull it together Mia. Sam noticed me and pulled away a little from Aaron. Mia, she screamed back before running and jumping into my arms. Hi Aaron. Things felt strange between me and Aaron, but I understood. I broke his best friend's heart and embarrassed him in front of everyone. Hi I've got to get back to practice. Bye babe. He quickly kissed Sam before returning to practice. As soon as we were alone, Sam hit me hard on the arm. OWW. What? Ian missed school because he's been out looking for you. What? No, well, that explains why I have luckily not spent an awkward moment with him yet. I didn't think he would go that far to search for me. I didn't ask him to, I whispered, not meaning the words that came out. I swung my head down and looked at my feet. Sam picked up on my depression. She understood that I had no choice. I am sorry Mia, it's just. I see how happy you are with Ian and how happy Ian is when you're around, and I want you to be together. I didn't reply. I didn't know what to say. Instead I just walked off to practice and try and get my mind off things. That's going to be hard. It was late and dark by the time I got outside. I was the last to leave. There was no one waiting for me at home, so I offered to clean up. I locked the sports hall like I was instructed and made my way out and over the grass to the deserted car park, well empty except for one, the sports car of my dreams with the man of my dreams leaning against the door. Mia, shocked. I froze. Ian's dark form walked into one of the street lights, highlighting his pale, ill-shaven face. Oh Ian, you look like hell. I've been dragged through hell over the past few days. We need to talk. I am just on my way home. I'll call you tomorrow. No, you won't. I want to talk now, Ian. I'll give up my job, my inheritance. I won't work for my father. I'll donate all my money to a charity of you choosing. I'll give everything up. So please, please Mia, I need you. Hope shined in his eyes. He thinks we've broken up because he loves his money more than me. It's better than knowing the truth. When I didn't respond, his hope disappeared. I don't know what you want me to say, Ian. Say you love me, say you'll take me back. My jaw locked and I shut my eyes trying to contain the tears. I don't love you, Ian. Ian stumbled back and his eyes glazed over in tears. We both know that's not true. I love you, Mia, more than my own life. I haven't been able to sleep, eat, even think straight without you. Ian, stop. I am almost at breaking point. Please stop, Ian. No, it's killing me, Mia. Please, I know I've done wrong. I just want to look after you, to care for you, and money's the only way I know how. He was begging, his voice breaking as tears began to fall from Ian's beautiful hazel eyes and down his sculptured cheekbones. I can't look at him, or I would break down too. I took that chance to run past him and try to escape. Ian quickly grabbed my wrist, spinning me around, and then I was in his arms, his lips pressed on mine. I didn't move my mouth. I kept it shut. It took all my strength to resist him, to resist relaxing in his muscular embrace and kiss him back. Please, kiss me. His hold got tighter, pulling my body so close to his that there was no space left. His lips went rougher on mine, but still I stayed still. From my lack of a reaction, I felt the wetness of his tears on my cheek before he pulled away. Leave me alone, Ian. We over, his eyebrows pushed closer together as he winced. Don't say that all the strength in his body escaped and Ian collapsed to the floor and onto his knees. I could look anymore. I had destroyed the once strong and powerful Ian Marsh. I am sorry. I turned and ran out of the school and down the long road to my house. Tears uncontrollably streamed down my cold face as the wind hit my face. I didn't realize that I had ran to Joe's before I was in his warm arms. He brushed his hands through my hair, comforting me, but I didn't want to be in his arms. I wanted Ian. I needed him, only he could make this better, only Ian. Shish, what's wrong? Ian, was all I could say between my hysterical crying. It's okay, baby girl, everything's going to be alright. Ian's POV, leave me alone. Ian, we over the words stuttered out her mouth, words I thought I would never hear. They were like a punch to the gut, sucking all the air out of my body till I didn't breathe. Don't say that it was all I was capable of saying. I know she doesn't really want to. I can see it's killing her just as much as it is me, but then why is she doing this? I didn't think straight. I had no strength left and collapsed onto the floor. Hot tears stinging as they fell. The love of my life is leaving me and there's nothing I can do, Mia. I need you. I love you. Chapter 27. Utah. Maths seems to take forever. I fidgeted because could feel Ian's stare burning a hole in the side of my head throughout the whole lesson, but I just faced forward and tried to ignore Ian's intense gaze. I need everyone to complete these sheets. Please work with the person next to you. Why God, why have you forsaken me? I hated Mr. K. I could hear Ian's desk squeak on the floor as he slid his desk next to mine. Cough, he cleared his throat. Trying to catch my attention, but I kept my focus forward, my cheeks turning red from the embarrassment. I felt naked in front of him as he just stared at me. Hi, Mia, his voice croaked in a whisper. He was trying to act normal, so I risked a look. Turning my head slowly and the godlike figure that was Ian fill my sight. He had shaved, but he still looked like he hadn't slept in ages from the bags under his eyes. I didn't look anymore. I flicked my head back down to the sheet of math equations being placed on our desk. We should start these. I reached into my back in search for my pen, but I had forgotten one. My mind had been somewhere else the past few days. Here, I looked up to find Ian handing me his pen. He smiled weakly at me. I guess he too had no strength left. Thank you. I offered him an awkward smile in return and took the pen. As I completed the sheet, Ian sat close to me, brushing his muscular arm on my thin arm, thanks to my lack of appetite since we broke up. His touch still sent electric shots through my body, and I could tell he felt it too as he started to breath heavily, the air between us filling with lust, until I didn't breath properly. I needed him. I needed those lips on mine. Before I had realized I was facing him, my focus on his lips. They were so plump and pink, so kissable. Ian could sense the change in mood and started to lean into me, our lips so close. Know this, can't, but I didn't listen. Instead I closed my eyes, getting ready for the sweet taste of Ian, my drug. The bell rang, snapping me back to reality. I fluttered open my eyes and pulled away from Ian. Our lips were only centimeters away. It was hard to resist, but I had to stay strong. I more than eagerly grabbed my bag and ran out the classroom before Ian. Through the whole week, what had been getting me through was the thought that today, me and my football and the guys' football team are going to Utah and beat the reigning champs at football. Although Ian will be there, we would hardly see each other. We needed the break. I met up with my team and boarded the bus. Sam was also there because she was a cheerleader and also because she had been crying to Coach Scott to let her go, mostly because she wanted to spend a night with Aaron. I rolled my eyes as she and Aaron boarded bus 1, but was happy when I saw Ian on bus 2. Yay! I can sit with my best friend Sam and not have to sit with Ian's awkward gazes for 3 hours. I ran over to bus 1 as I saw it was getting fuller and fuller and I needed to get my seat. And 30. Coach Scott's arm chopped down in front of me, refusing me access. Bus 1 is full. Everyone to bus 2. I could feel my stomach in my mouth. I was going to be sick. Why am I so unlucky? I was last on the bus, less eager for the 3-hour drive that was ahead of me. 3 hours of being in an enclosed space with Ian. There were only a few spare seats left at the front, and I began to feel better. At least I wouldn't have to sit next to Ian. Mia, I turned my attention to the row at the back of the bus where the cool people sit to find Joe shouting me. I smile with relief from it not being Ian. There were 2 seats available at the back, one next to Joe that he had saved for me, one next to Ian. My eyebrows pushed together at the thought that Ian had kindly saved me a seat next to him, and here I was going to ignore him and sit next to Joe, but my sympathy soon vanished when Ian's face brightened up when one of the cheerleading whores sat there. Jealousy fueled my rage. Fine. I don't care. I am glad he's moving on. Ah, who am I kidding? A part of me always wished that he would never love someone else, but I guess with the face and power Ian had, it's not hard for someone to soon replace me. I took my seat next to Joe. I had a clear view of Ian and that bimbo on his lap. I wanted to scream, "Get off my man." But he's not mine, not anymore. The 3 hours felt like a lifetime. The whole journey here. I tired talking and distracting myself with Joe, but whenever I start to forget Ian was there, that whore would laugh her annoying high-pitched laugh. The hotel was amazing. We drove into the front and we all rushed out and stretched our stiff limbs, all tired and ready for bed even though it was only 9. Everyone rushed into the lobby to claim their room keys, but I stayed frozen, looking up at this magnificent building in awe, probably making the poor person stick out more. I shook my head from my daydream and followed the rest of my team to the desk. "Hello and welcome to the Four Seasons Hotel. My name is Linda. How may I be of assistance?" Linda was a very slim woman, with all of her long black hair perfectly tied away into a neat bun on the top of her head. "Hello, I am a part of the California State High School football team. A room for Mia Owens." Linda quickly typed away at her computer. "I am sorry, but there is no room booked under that name." I turned my head to the side in confusion until it clicked. Shit. Ian booked a room for us to share. There is however a room booked for Ian and Mia Marsh from California. Mia Marsh, what the? Are there any other rooms? I rushed out before she could finish. I cool didn't spend 2 nights with Ian. That is the complete opposite of keeping our distances. I am sorry ma'am, but every other room is booked. No, my heart sank. I felt weak at the knees. I knew if it wouldn't turn out good if I was forced to sleep in the same room as Ian. My mind scrambled in search for an answer. Ma'am, she'll take the room. I felt Ian's presence behind me, his body so close to mine that I could smell his alluring smell of lavender and man. I flicked my head around to see a smug smile on his face. This is just what he wanted. Linda stiffened, brushing her dress flat as she was in the presence of her boss. At least I know I am not the only one who is intimidated by a Marsh. No, I will not. I pushed the key card back towards Linda like a little pulling a tantrum. Ian crossed his arms in resistance and I copied. I wasn't going to back down. We stayed like this for a while, staring into each other's eyes, both resisting the urge to look away. "Excuse me ma'am, but there are no other rooms. You can take the couch." I dropped my bag on the bed and pointed to the coach at the other side of the room. How did this happen? He is really good at persuading people. Now I just have survived the night. Ian's POV, you can take the couch. She pointed to the sofa on the other side of the room that faced the bed. I didn't mind where I slept as long as I was in the same room as Mia. Now there was nowhere for her to run. We needed to talk this out. I know she still loved me. I felt it when we were in maths. If only that stupid bell hadn't gone off, then we would have kissed and she would be mine again. Now I just need to know why she broke up with me. I threw my bag on the floor, jumped onto the sofa. I smiled. I had a clear view of the bed from here, a clear view of Mia. She unzipped her bag and started to unpack her belongings and carefully hang them into the wardrobe. I didn't take my eyes off her. Everything she did was perfection. But it wounded me to see she's lost so much weight. Why can't she see that breaking up with me has made her so unwell? If we get back together we could both be so much happier. Why? Her usual shiny hair had gone dull from lack of nutrition, her lips once pink and perfect had gone dry. When was the last time she had eaten? My attention, however, soon went to her body. Even with the weight she had clearly lost, her breasts were still full and perk. My mind flicked back to the time I had claimed her as mine. I was her first. I am her only. The way her warmth surrounded me, the tightness, how wet she was for me. Ughhh. I was getting hard, my cock was now forcefully pushing against my zipper. I coughed and jumped from the sofa. I am going to get a shower. She didn't even look at me, but I am glad she didn't, as I didn't hide my lust for her. I ran into the bathroom, undressed quickly and turned the shower on. Cold, very cold, but I still didn't get soft no matter how long I stayed under this cold downfall. I will never be able to stop loving Mia. Only she can make me happy. Chapter 28. The View. Mia's POV. Ian was taking ages in the shower, so I took this time to slip into my pajamas that consisted of short shorts and a black vest top. I wish I could repack because I was showing a lot of skin, but I had totally forgotten that I would be spending the night with Ian. I shook my head and began to look around our Ian's breathtaking penthouse suite. It was huge. Probably the size of my whole house. As soon as you walk into the room, there was the living room with black leather couches facing the latest TV and sound system available. Adjacent to this wonderful room was the master bedroom, separated by white wooden sliding doors. In the bedroom there was the queen-size bed at the far side wall, big enough to fit 5 people in comfortably, with Egyptian cotton cream sheets that felt like you were laying on a cloud. A mahogany double-doored wardrobe stood to the right, a desk and couch to the left, you know, the cliché 6-star bedroom furniture. I laughed to myself as this was probably the first and only time I will ever stay in a room of such quality. I turned to face the floor-to-ceiling windows, with a door that lead to the balcony looking out onto all of Utah below. It was tempting to go out to get a better look, but I decided to stay in the warmth and instead I stood there watching the sun set below. It was mesmerizing. How the other half live. I whispered to myself. Click, the bathroom door opened and I turned on my heel, revealing the sexy god that was Ian Marsh, topless and his hair still wet from the shower and dripping down onto his bare muscular chest. Oh, how I wanted to run my hands up and down that chest once more. He smiled his cocky smile, confidently putting his hands on his hips like what you see. Oh yes. Yes. But I needed to keep cool. Damn, that's going to be hard. I swallowed away the dryness in my throat and dragged my eyes away from his body, trying to hide my red cheeks from Ian. Push, no, great Mia, that was so cool. Even my subconscious was against me. Could you please put a top on? No, I know you love my abs, so I'll leave off. His eyes lit up slightly and he smiled genuinely for the first time in a while, making me instinctively smile back. I coughed, realizing I had let my guard down. I am going to bed, night. I ran over to the bed and submerged myself beneath the many fluffy covers and followed Ian with my eyes as he slowly made his way to couch, teasing me by slightly lowering his pants, revealing more of his happy trail. Just watching him made me wet between my legs. My body craved him. Silence hit as we both laid in our separate beds, only meters away from each other. Ian's deep voice broke the silence, but scared me. I knew where this was going, but it was inevitable that we would talk about it at some point. Why? I know you want me. I know you love me. I can feel the tense lust atmosphere when we're together, so why? I stayed still, unable to answer his question. What could I tell him? I wanted to tell him the truth, so badly, but even though Richard is a prick, he was the only parent Ian had left, and I can't take that away from him. You know, was all I was able to say, thinking that it would be enough and maybe, hopefully Ian would end it there, but I knew he wouldn't. No, I don't know, so please tell me. Ian sat up from his make-do bed and stared at me directly in the eyes. I began to tremble. You love money more than, no. I know you lying. We've already faced and overcome that problem, Mia. Why won't you tell me? His eyebrows pushed together with both confusion and sadness, but I didn't answer. He shook his head, looking from his feet as he thought, then back to my face. If you want to tell me, then let me sleep with you, just one last time. If we really are over, then this could be my last chance to hold you, Mia. No, please, Mia. No, Ian. Then tell me why you breaking up with me. I can't. The room went silent once more and I turned away, unable to face Ian any longer, but before I noticed, Ian had walked over to the bed and climbed on me. He trapped both my hands above my head with only one of his and saddled me at the waist. I was trapped. Tell me. He leaned down and with his free hand he released my boobs from my top and bra and cups my breast, kissing and sucking it hard, then moving on to the next, doing the same, and my body came alive. I groaned as I was dripping with lust between my legs. He was torturing me into telling him. When he realized I wasn't going to talk, he slowly, teasingly moves up, licking and kissing until he reaches my neck, biting down and nuzzling me while he begins to move his hips, rubbing his hard cock against my throbbing pussy. I let out a low moan with need. Instinctively I move my hips with his, needing him inside me. I could feel him smile against my neck. He lifts his hand to my face, stroking my cheek before roughly and passionately kissing me. I allow him access to my mouth straight away and our tongues start to dance with each other as we explore each other's mouth, deepening the kiss with need. Ian harshly pulls away and I pant. Trying to catch my breath. Why did he stop? I need him. Tell me and I can end this torture. He spoke deeply, seductively. I need him, but I can't tell him. There's nothing to tell. I could barely speak as his hips picked up the rhythm, relentlessly rubbing my now soaking pussy. In one swift move Ian had removed my shorts and panties, throwing them on the floor, and he released his hard and more than ready cock from his pants. Yes, please. I need him inside of me. He slipped his shaft into me and the pleasure erupts throughout my body, but as quickly as he was in me, he was back out, his cock resting at my entrance, teasing me more. I didn't take this. A tear ran down my cheek as he repeated this another 3 times, letting me taste the pleasure, but only to take it away. It was killing me. I needed release. Please, I begged. He gently rubbed my tear away with his long-fingered hands, and I am helpless, pressed into the mattress, at his mercy when a look of shock flushes over him. I know he didn't want to hurt me, and he knew it too. I am sorry, baby. I just want to know. He kissed me again. I kissed him back, passionately. I love you, he groans, and abruptly as inside me he leans over, releases my hands, and pulls me upright so I am practically sitting on him, straddling him. He places his hands on my waist and guides my body up and down. Finally pleasure exploded through me and I could feel myself reaching my climax. Come for me, baby, only me. Ian whispered in my ear and I did. I climaxed around his huge shaft, moaning loudly as I found my release. After a few more thrusts Ian followed in my climax, shooting his hot liquid inside of me and I felt whole again. I was complete. We fell asleep, Ian still inside of me. My warmth surrounding him as his safe, protective arms wrapped around my body, pulling me close to his chest, and I fell into the best sleep I've had in weeks. Chapter 29. Wake up. My eyes slowly fluttered open, adjusting to the light. I feel so refreshed after having the best sleep I've had in a long time. My body felt a little stiff and as I tried to stretch out, something strong wrapped tighter around my waist and arms. I jumped, shocked, until I realized it was Ian asleep and hugging onto my body, both of us still very naked. Heat rushed to my cheeks with embarrassment from the contact of his skin on mine, with nothing to hide my shame behind. We did it. No, I needed to stay away from him, but instead I sleep with him. I tried pushing myself away again, but the more I struggled, the tighter Ian pulled me to his muscular chest. He was awake. Get off me, Ian. I'm never letting you go. Never again. We have to get ready for practice. Ian started laugh, deep, vibrating against me, sending delicious shivers through my body. It's already 12. We're already late, so we might as well miss it. What? I pushed with all my strength again, so warm, inviting, but I had to stay focused, and to do that I needed to be away from him so I can think clearly. But it was no use. He's too strong and I couldn't move away. Please, Ian, let me go. I can't let you go. Not after I've just gotten you back. Please, Mia, just tell me why you feel like you have to leave me. I won't get angry or upset if that's what you're worried about. It's nothing. Ian's getting close to getting the truth out of me, and I don't know how much longer I can last while being so close to him. I need to think of something, and quick. Mia, would you stop lying to me?